concerning Trump's remark that East Africa and other countries I think it's not the right thing for him to do. He's the president of the United States of America. We expect more of him.
I do not agree because first, it's a downgrade on humanity here because we are not any less of beings.
Condemnation is growing over President Donald Trump's reportedly vulgar and racially charged response to immigration reform. Plus, city employees in Oklahoma resign over racist remarks caught on tape. And a reporter gets swarmed by lemurs during a live shot in Banham Zoo. Adult contestants attempt to answer 10 questions to receive the top prize on an all-new episode of Child Support, beginning at 8 on ABC. From Maine and Gervais, I'm Kimberlei Davis. Thank you for joining me. I hope that you're well. Here are your trending headlines for Friday, January 12th. Let's get right to that firestorm over President Donald Trump's vulgar comments about allowing immigrants from African countries and Haiti made in the Oval Office in front of a bipartisan group of lawmakers. The president using a word we can't repeat, asking, why are we having all these people from expletive countries come here? Chief White House correspondent John Carl is tracking the fallout.
The president's vulgar slur came during an Oval Office meeting with congressional leaders trying to hammer out an immigration deal. Multiple sources tell ABC News the president grew angry when he was told the developing deal would include protections for immigrants from African countries and Haiti. Why are we having people from blank countries coming here? The president demanded, referring to Haiti and African countries with a profane slur, adding, why do we need more Haitians? The president suggested the U.S. should bring in more immigrants from countries like Norway. The White House did not deny the president made the remarks, responding with a statement saying, President Trump is fighting for permanent solutions that make our country stronger by welcoming those who can contribute to our society, grow our economy, and assimilate into our great nation. But news of the president's crude insult drew bipartisan condemnation.
This remark by the president of the United States smacks of blatant racism.
His comments do not represent America.
Listen, this is not help at all. It's a distraction.
Republican Congresswoman Mia Love, the first Haitian American elected to Congress, called on the president to apologize, saying his comments are, quote, unkind, divisive, elitist, and fly in the face of our nation's values. Jeb Bush tweeted, I hope today's comments were just a crass and flippant mistake and do not reflect the hateful racism they imply. It's far from the first time Trump has made racially offensive comments. On the very first day of his campaign, he insulted Mexicans.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
And in August, he responded to violence at the neo-Nazi rally in Charlottesville by saying there were fine people both among the protesters and the white supremacists.
You also had people that were very fine people on both sides.
The president's latest outburst came after he brought Democrats and Republicans together for a constructive meeting at the White House on Tuesday, urging a deal to provide legal status to the so-called Dreamers, undocumented immigrants brought to the U.S. as children.
This should be a bipartisan bill. This should be a bill of love. Truly, it should be a bill of love, and we can do that.
Before yesterday's outburst, it appeared that a deal was imminent. Now that's in doubt. Members of Congress from both sides of the aisle were in attendance at yesterday's meeting when the president made his controversial remark, and so far, no comment from any of them.
2 city employees from Warner, Oklahoma have resigned following an audio recording of them making racist comments at City Hall. Some residents say they weren't supposed to hear the audio between the 2 employees. And civic leaders say they hope it doesn't mean people in Warner are fostering a culture of hate. Ryan Brashler has more.
Order special meeting in the town of Warner.
The room was near capacity. Anxious people waiting for a verdict as council members lingered in executive session for only 17 minutes.
The 2 employees involved have submitted their resignation. I make a motion to appoint our town administrator, Johnny Lewis, to investigate the allegations. The town council does not condone such behavior and it will be thoroughly investigated.
It's pretty good, but we got a lot further to go.
Michael Whitmer is the city employee who caught Joe Swimmer and Matt McClain.
We get Martin Luther King Day off?
No day for us.
We're off for Day? Yes.
on tape.
It's been going on for a long time, ever since Joe's been here.
He says when he tried to go to work this morning, he was locked out.
The employees that work with me's not been too happy with me, but I could figure that because they feel like they've been misled or something. But it wasn't misled. They just shouldn't have been saying what they were saying. So that's what I feel about it.
They're calling for an investigation. Well, you have a video that lays out what was said.
Reverend Roger Cutler with the NAACP in Muskogee says there's still work to do to find equal footing in Warner.
If they're going to investigate something, what they need to investigate is these persons who have made these statements. Did their job affect any black persons that live in this town?
Well, it's disappointing because it should have never went this far. They should have took care of the problems to start with, the upper management.
A city representative says this could spur the town to train its employees. Now to a little laugh at the expense of a fellow journalist when he was swarmed by lemurs. I'm Kimberlei Davis. Be kind to each other. I hope that you have a great weekend, and thanks for watching.